mental. I feel like I did. I'm gonna have to fix that. Motherfucker. Okay, there we go. Now I'm sad. I don't know what that was about. Oh, hi. I already have one of you. But how do I have a... Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's even crazier considering the number of encounters that we get for Scizor compared to this thing. That's insane. Wait, I went the wrong direction. Oh well. I'm not even on the multi-stream chat. Oh, and somebody did pop in. Rebecca, hi, hello. Sorry I did not see you pop in. I was not on the multi-stream chat. And it seems to not be loading in. Well, that wouldn't be good. Oh, you going? Okay, I think it's going. Okay, yeah, I think it is going. Cool. Sweet. Now we got the multi-stream chat going. Now we're doing the things that should have been in there in the first place. Pause. I'm going the wrong way again. Come on, you stupid green bug. Appear big. Like that red one? Yeah, be green. Because I think I've reset this time, or this thing, like specifically this one, probably about a dozen times today. This way, dummy, this way. Because, like, I already have the Scyther. I just, like, don't want to try and find somebody to trade to evolve the stuff I need to evolve. So if I have the opportunity presented to me, I would rather find it anew. Yeah, I could reach into, like, the Discord or something and try and find somebody, but... Heike Loki? Not sure how many people I could actually trust with that task that I'd get them back from. I mean, I know there is a lot of people that I could, but... That's like if I have to re-hunt it anyway. Low-key hilarious how they just destroyed all the floating balls for me. It's actually funnier that I've found more steel-type shinies throughout my whole process of doing this today than I have the Scyther itself. Well, not the Scyther, but the Scizor. Yeah, I've found a small Scizor shiny that I've noticed. This is probably about the time I should back out, but I'll give it one more once over. Oh, sevens. Come on, you big red bastard, be green. Y'all stay in your lane. space, turn around. You know, of course, a Scyther just shined over there, I'm pretty sure. You, shine. I'll go double check this one just to see if I got mocked. No, I've seen things. Hopefully with the way they're changing their montage stuff, hopefully that means I don't get like screwed and no longer can even do anything here on Twitch. That means I was truly stupid for not coming here as frequently. But I have till the end of the month, so maybe I will make the most of that and try to be frequent again like I've been meaning to do since the beginning of the year. Pause. Hell, maybe I'll try to like only get 6 hours sleep and wake up at 9 or 10 just so I can stream before I do Pokemon Go. I didn't think of doing that for a while. To be as productive as I want it to be? Maybe. Maybe I give that a try at some point soon. I don't know if it's this week I'll do that, but actually maybe. Because it's less likely I'll stream in general, even if I do want to get back into things later this week. So that is an idea to try. Or maybe keep to early times just for those days. I'll work it on my head because I do want to try and stream more. Like, between general uncertainty and busy with other things and stuff. Because I've done a lot of recording for these shiny mega stuff. Like, obviously off a stream, but I could try at least add the hunts for the last few on stream. I've done that with so few. But this is like a very, very, very long endeavor I've been on. For a video that hopefully like does okay on YouTube, because the last one did not. Have these just stopped resetting? Because I swear that's the same number that were here. 2 Scyther, 2 Scissor, Alphud. I've been doing this specific thing at least the last hour, so that would be awkward as hell. Okay, no, it is resetting because, yeah, this is different. Okay. So I thought. I'm pretty sure I checked it before I started doing this running thing. Be green. No, that is a Scyther. You know, the fucked up thing is that this would have been the perfect thing to find, like, way earlier in this whole journey. Because it had all three of them in here. But, you know. I'm just trying to replace the Scyther that I already have so I don't have to bother to evolve it. And I already have this thing that I got off the first encounter of that run. That'll be fun to see. And the Aggron that... I think I hunted that in Zone 8, actually, before the DLC even came out. Could be wrong, could be wrong. Be green, be green. Be green. You too, be green too. Be evolved, but your same color. For 2 seconds, I thought thing's head was rounder. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I figured I'd double check. I thought that one was shiny for a second. 3 of you alpha, but none of y'all shiny. Change that. You know I don't have a shiny power going, but honestly, I feel like that wouldn't help in much. And I want to save the, like, bug and alpha power I have, because I misread and I had catching power with alpha for the pincer that I still need. For 2 seconds, I thought that's right there. I think I did see regular shiny scissor over there. Or that might have been another Scyther. I don't know, they're starting to blend in now to my eyes. Neither. I should double check that ad thing on Twitch, because it seems like it's been going a lot. Could be crazy. Then again, if I'm lose monetization soon, maybe I should just leave it. I'm gonna take 2 seconds to just triple check I only have the one bug power. Because there's that one. No, wait, that's the one that's catching power and I mistook it as... Right. So there's that one. There's that one that's 2-2, but like... I feel like the 3-star alpha is probably just better. Yeah. Like, stuff has popped shiny, so it's not like it's not going to happen. Just a matter of, could it soon, please? Could you be green? Yeah, 3 different patches, so... This saves me from having to, like, look for 2 or 3 of them again. If I just do it this way instead of the fast travel method I was doing before. Got doing that before I started streaming. Yeah, see, the lack of responses to other people. I don't really wanna... Maybe I'll make a post about it tomorrow if I don't have this thing gotten yet. See if somebody in Vanderson's chat can, or Vanderson's Discord can be of help. But if you're looking around, you want to join my Discord, it is either in the description or on the purple side, exclamation point Discord. Smile. Be green, be green, be green, be green. I'd be a real small bitch. I guess technically I could always just like abandon this and go back to the 2 and 2 donut, but Yep, that one's shiny. But, you know, not the giant scissor. Really crazy I've not seen a shiny scissor. I want a small one. Obviously, I want the big one. I know you're shiny. Stop showing off. Probably evolve and become an alpha. I should make a little infographic for my review channel. Put on the end of every episode, like, hey, you know, see the full version of this stuff? Like, I already say it, but I feel like it would drive more home. What y'all know about tea bags? You gotta hate remembering that you're an idiot 7 hours after it's relevant. I totally like left chocolate and a frozen meal in a bag in the car 7 hours ago. And like the car is not here. Like the chocolate can more or less be salvaged, but the frozen dinner kind of sucks to probably not be any good because it probably would have heated and then just like spoiled. Because thawing after an hour or two is one thing, but sitting in a car for 7 hours in the heat, that is different. If I did bring it in the house, that's one thing, but I don't think I did. Be green scissor. It really sucks because I bought Punch or Crunch too, and like I kind of wanted those. So I guess those are just all complete garbage now because I left them in the heat. Oh well. I think the more painful part is it wasn't like I wasted $3 like I would have 10, 15 years ago. I wasted like $6 because everything is fucking not just $1 anymore. Fuckers. I can throw all the chocolate in the fridge and it'll be mostly fixed. The Bunch of Crunch won't quite be the same, but still. No, but really, Scissor, just be shiny already. I've been working at it on stream for over an hour. I was working on it for 2 or 3 hours before that. What is wrong with you? Like, the Beldum has been alpha and shiny before you've even been shiny, period. Are we being fucking for real? That's like the fourth or fifth Scyther that's been shiny. Like, really, these Scythers are just mocking me by this point. I don't know what's worse, the fact that Scythe or Scizor hasn't been shiny yet, or the fact that not even actually we have had at least one shop in all my time during this. Never mind. Just not the Scizor. The temptation to just leave and grind out for a good spot with the 2 and 2 power is real. I feel like it would take me hours to get the 3 again, and then it still wouldn't make too much of a difference. I think hierarchy, I'm kind of tempted to try and just, like, see if I can find Scizor in an outbreak in PLA. Should actually wonder if I have a shiny Scizor, Alpha Scizor in Pokemon Home already. Loki. Like, I don't think I do, but like maybe after this run through, I'll like go and check just for shits and giggles. Because honestly, maybe I already have the shelfas for the things I'm trying to do now. Is that the cheap way out? No, because I already have the shelfas. So we're gonna look at Pokemon Home real quick, just because yeah, I'm curious if I have the things I'm looking for right now as shelfas already from PLA. I don't think so, because I didn't find that many shelfas in PLA. But maybe? Okay. Right now, specifically. Have I yet to evolve either of them and put them in here? Okay, well, that does not help me there. Black Attack, hi, hello, welcome in, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. How are you doing tonight? You know, I guess I may as well check for the other ones while I'm here. Clearly neither of those are the Shelfa. I honestly don't think I have any of them already done. I'm gonna need to evolve them or rehunt them. Yeah, that's rough. With or without the DLC, that's still rough. I mean, hey, good luck to you. A lot of them are at least pretty easy hunts as well. You can get a little over a dozen just from abusing Zone 3 if you don't mind the monotony of that. And I don't think either you are a Shelfa. No. Just my regular ones. You suck. Okay. Hey, well, if it's just the DLC ones left, then at least the only real pains are the, like, special scan ones. And that's only a matter of finding them. Gimme-Ghoul likes to haunt me, though, so hopefully that one's pretty fast for you, if you haven't already gotten it. Be green, big man. This is crazy how the entire time this red has not wanted to be green once, even as a little guy. That must have been... Well, obviously I know that's quite the task, because I'm like 90% of the way through them. Technically I have the Sizzler, I just need to like evolve the Scyther, but I'm trying to replace it so I don't have to try and find somebody to help me evolve stuff. Because the Scizor, Steelix, Gengar, these are all things I have, but I still need to evolve them to be able to like show them off as Megas. But congrats on that to have gotten that portion of things down, because definitely one of the most tasking challenges in this game if you decide to put it on yourself. I've been on this not as hard as I should have been, but still pretty hard since like November, December. And I'm only technically missing 2. But again, trying to replace the tradables. Like, I did not think this guy would be as hard to rehunt as it has been, honestly. I've seen, like, at least 2 Shelf of Scyther, but that doesn't help the rehunt. And a shelf of one of these things, too, but I already got it. Ah. You motherfucker. And that is an example of yet another regular shiny Scyther. Green! Put the thought of green into the universe. Dun 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 dun. It really doesn't help for you to be a shiny sizzler when you follow me all the way over there. Jackass. This is the second time they've destroyed the Pokeballs for me. Y'all Scythe are just a little bit insufferable. Unless I had hunted in Zone 13, if trying to do that was Arceus awful when I was trying to do it pre-DLC. The Scyther is not very easy to do the shuffle for. Pinsir are questionable, but also for that reason, maybe I should just use the Alpha or the Shiny 3 power. Yeah, I feel like if I don't know. Like, giving up the 3 spots for them to appear seems like a waste. But again, haven't even seen the shiny Scizor one time. And realistically, would hunting the Shelfa Scyther in PLA be easier and I just make that a special addition to the video? Or do I just, like, keep on it? It's the fucking gold digger equation. You quit before you finally hit what you need. I'm also pretty damn sure I've seen everything here shiny once except for the Scizor. Well, and the Metang, but I've seen the Beldum, which is close enough. Quite a tedious process indeed. Hopefully you get something nifty soon. Honestly, that's what's kind of come down to with the mega hunting. It's just cycling through to get what I need. Unfortunately, the decision to rehunt this has been uncommon. I might just honestly hit the backup save and try with the Shiny Power 3 and just use the 2 for Pinsir if, well, when it comes up. Because spamming Zone 13 only gives me like 2 rolls anyway. Wait, 13? 15? Whichever I'm trying to say. I'll check the ones on the outside parameter, and I think I'm just going to use the backup save. Even if I lose the thing with all 3 spaces, which is really unfortunate, but it's not like I can't hunt down 3 again. For 2 seconds, I thought that was a regular Scizor. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use the backup save and, because I'm getting so bored of doing this way. I admittedly am. Well, that's not the shiny I would like to see coming in here. Okay, so... Oh, hey, I actually have 3... Okay, you know what? I'm not opposed to this. Because I still have 3. So I can do this the literal same exact way as the last time. And, yeah, okay, my thoughts on what you just said. So, like, stuff like the Furfrou, but not stuff like Scyther. You know, to where you can, like, make the Furfrou into different forms, or different styles. But the Scyther being male-female differences is whatever. Which is an interesting way to do it. More power to you on that. Hopefully, come across the stuff you need sooner rather than later. Oh, bollocks, I just realized. Oh, I did not choose a good place to save the game. I need to have a place to save so I can remember I can actually run this pathing. Okay, hold on. Shit, I should have done it right there. That actually would have been pretty good. Oh well. Cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. Perfect. Now we can run the course with our shiny 3. That's true. The regional forms, though, mostly are their own Pokemon as is, but I get it. You know, your Persians and your, well, Meowth in general, because there's 3 of those things. Raichus and, yeah, all that. Sorry, in the middle of hunting, I can't really have all that come to mind immediately like I normally would be able to. But I get what you mean. And it's nifty that they put those things into the game too, so you're not like just forced to evolve them in the games they're supposed to be in, or I guess in a couple of cases have to have Scarby for them. I think a couple of those also were event only, so it wasn't as helpful. If I do like an in-game living dex for ZA, I probably wouldn't go that far, but I'm definitely doing that for my actual living dex. Well, the forms and genders and all that fun stuff. But luckily, other than like one more trade evolution Pokemon, I would again rather catch on its own. I've done pretty good on catching everything I need for my living dex from ZA. Though I need a couple more Pumpkaboo. I'm glad that I can hunt all those different sizes and stuff in the distortions, or hyperspaces. Okay, you need to stop hitting your animation, because the temptation to throw a ball is high. If I throw a ball, it'll auto-save it. Muck up the whole thing. Actually, I'm a real idiot because I literally could have just caught the shiny Scyther that was standing there when I spawned in, and that will auto-save my game, so I could have ran my pathing and then reset. Ah, well. Are you shiny? Okay, I thought one of these were shiny too. Alright, Scizor. What you got? Any no? Okay. T-Bag the shiny. Really just requires one of you Scizors to be green. I know I've said that a lot the last hour, but like, bruh. Ay, 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 ay. Honestly, by this point, I won't lie. I wish this were one of the hunts I could use my autocontroller for. But I do not think there's a single point that reaches it in a zone. I heard rumors of a bench that may or may not be able to reset the ones in that zone, but I don't even know if that's true. Plus, if I can do that, and instead that makes the Weeping Bell Shelfa, I might cry. I already heard a version of this. Excuse you. Da 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 da. Uh, honestly, that's a good question. I think it's because the babies are just always the harder ones to find. Because I see a bunch of Jigglypuff and Wiggly, but yeah, Wigglytuff. But the Igglybuff, I think I've only seen a couple of times. I don't even think I have that in a regular living dex for this game, which I probably should for when we get the, here's your free shiny mythical for completing the dex of the game. Clef is just a friendly little fella. I think at least in that one's case, they like made up for the fact it can only be found at nighttime in the zones. Then again, I always like to give them more credit than they're worth half the time. Is a large rift, so it's just kind of like too far away to even hunt for. And that's always a pain. Like sometimes you get lucky with there being some sort of warp pad, but yeah. Well, at least you can always use your backup save to try and make a better thing, or do not make one beforehand, so that's not an option. Or you're not the type to like abusing them, because that I also would completely understand and respect. Like, they're really nice to have, but they also make things too easy for some people. To a point, I get. Yeah, the RNG of the shiny donuts is, like, yeah, the whole reason the backup saves is helpful, honestly. People didn't even pay attention to the fact it was a thing until the donut thing came on. Then it's like, hey, you can do this so you don't waste your berries. Or, again, in a shiny hunter's way, find a better pathing in a hyperspace. Because I have made good use of that fact since the DLC drop for this mega thing. And just for the couple of things I need to shiny hunt for my living ducks in general, but like, I half get why the donuts have RNG, because people complain that Scarvy was too easy with the sandwiches. So, I get what they were doing there, but also still relatively easy to shine out in this game, so why make it harder on people? Granted, I will admit that the shiny hunting in the game was kind of boring before the DLC. And while the RNG is boring in its own right, just fly spamming normally was boring. And the fact I was more entertained using my auto controller and stuff really says something. Because, like, most hunts, you just kind of stood there and hit the A button over and over again. You still do that with the DLC, but at least you still need to set yourself up to be able to do that. Which at least makes the hunting a little more interesting. Like the fact I have to sit here for over an hour sometimes to get even a half decent donut for things. Diabolical, really. Which, if you can, is always the best idea, because then, like, in this case, you can just reset if you don't find the shiny and go again. Granted, the running around is definitely more of a pain in the ass. But this is my best option for this, so. Because fly spamming, the alpha will catch me every, like, 1 to 3 spam. Honestly, this is one of those I do wish that I had the elevator that just lets you go bloop bloop out it between the fake wall. Thing I guess what really would be the best place for there to be a hollow pad with this one is probably the worst option for the sewers. Well, if I wasn't trying to get shelfas, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Because then something would like spot me every 3 seconds. Y'all could just like not follow me and make my life easier. I think the part that irks me more is you'd think with it being a steel type thing, I'd see more Scizor than Scyther. At least that's what I was hoping coming in here, but excuse. I knew I saw a second one there. Jackass. Can I stop hitting that sign, please? Matter of fact, why is there random obstacles in the hyperspace zones? I never understood that. Well, I get the tactical places where you could, like, hide behind, so maybe the Pokemon won't see you, but, like... Otherwise, it's just kind of a nuisance. Then again, it's not as much of a nuisance as the time Terragon put up that, giant scaffolding platforming at the end game that I wanted to punch that old man in the face over. Like, realistically, it wasn't that hard to traverse through. But also, for what reason? We're trying to save the town, at minimum. I'm sorry, the city. Like, agreed. Especially because, you know, the random stuff here and there really don't even help you not be seen. Because there are a lot of it's kind of like Tangle in PLA. There are a lot of Pokemon that just immediately know you're there and don't care about what you're hiding behind. Like, Tangle in PLA was one of those Pokemon that I feel like a lot of these Pokemon in this game inherited that trait. It doesn't matter what you hide behind, doesn't matter how slow you are, they just know you're there. So yeah, that's the best strat, is run up before they catch you and toss the ball. Otherwise you'll have to, like, go around and come back. Honestly, I think there's been times where I've been mission grinding where I legit just reset the whole zone because I don't like that mission. At least they use the catch window thing as, like, cathartic, because it gives you a chance to just, like, off a bunch of them at one time before you throw a ball. As I think for Pokemon like Scyther, that's one of those things I like have a qualm with them not letting you put it into previous games. Because I understand they can only put from, ZA onward of Gen 10 and later. But you guys could have at least been cool and excluded Pokemon like Scyther, Onix, etc. so we could put them in PLA. Actually, like, make specifically a Legends inclusion for that reason. That would have been dope. But no, they gotta be jerks. Screw it, let's check the ones out here one more time just because I was already halfway. Be green. Mm. Bedtime skip? Don't think I've heard of that method. Oh. I might have to try that. Because I actually never considered that. Though, in most cases, the Pokemon Center still might be better if you're, like, doing it right after creating a backup save. But in general, that is a very good thing to keep in mind. So in a case where, like... Finally, a regular shiny Scizor. Unfortunately, it's still not a big one. But we're getting somewhere. So, like, hey, you, yeah, take a lesson from your big brother over there. Also, good to remind myself that's really not that close to Scyther. It's pretty close of a green to Scyther, but it's not that close of a green to Scyther. And I turn the corner and the shiny scissor, that's Alpha. No? Okay, I can go fuck myself then, I guess. Bruh. I haven't watched that movie in forever that I heard this song. I should find it and watch it sometime. I don't remember anything else about the movie other than the fact that this song was a banger. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't think I've ever seen a praying mantis in person. Otherwise, I think by this point I might kick it. All y'all gotta do is be big, mean, green, and sparkly. Because y'all already got most of that. You just need to be sparkly too. one more just because I feel desperate. I can go with this another little while longer, but man. Kind of painful. I mean that physically too. Look, my neck's starting to hurt. W decision, W decision. always the best kind of option to do as to not tire out your thumb. Because I tell you what, people think that just kind of doing this won't hurt your thumb. It will. Especially if you don't do it with your dominant hand, then that'll make things worse. Honestly, still wish I could have found that kind of pathing for this thing because, yikes. Yeah, I got one of those from Walmart. The ONN controllers are good for both turbo and modding. That way I can like leave it to do bench resets if I need to, or just like turbo it on a hollow pad or something. Very good, very helpful. Originally I got it to do fossil resets, and then the DLC dropped and kind of ruined that YouTube series idea. And granted, I still could have committed to it, but why am I gonna spend another 2-3 months trying to reset Tyrant and Amara fossils when the DLC just gave them as easy mode hunts? Hmm. The scissor is starting to depress me. The audacity. Like, no, really, the audacity. That's true. If you have a turbo auto controller, modded controller, That's 100% true. And even without it, it's still within the top 5 for sure. But see, the craziest part is, it's not even a steel donut! I swap to the bug donut and I don't even get the things I'm looking for. I get somehow other non-bug type shinies. Friggin' Scarby all over again. Oh, you made a dragon donut? You're gonna find literally everything else. Or, I guess in that game I meant a sandwich. But food product in general. Bug donut? Nah. Steel shiny. Not even the one I need either. I do have a bug shiny, but that one's been here since the beginning. Still not the one I need. I'm going to stick you up that Scyther's... Never mind. For 2 seconds I thought that Scyther was a Sizzler. Though the one thing I will always denounce people saying it as easy as it is the Honedge hunt. Because that cafe is not the way, man. I don't know what it is about that cafe to where that Honedge didn't like me, but it's not the way. I had to get my Honedge from these hyperspaces. I saw like 17 Doublade. Okay, that's a slight lie because I left the same one sitting there a lot, but I digress. And just about as many Noivern. Okay, so I'm not alone. Like, the Beldum I didn't even try because I already had it for my living decks thanks to Scarby, but if I do want to get an actual living dex just in the game for shinies, yeah, I'd still probably rely on hyperspaces. Which in reality means I could catch this, but that can come later. You know, if I want to do that kind of thing. Maybe make that, you know, a series for the Ticky Tackies and or YouTubes. I have at least one video I still need to get up on the YouTube, though, on topic. At least that thumbnail also won't be too hard. Okay, I'll do another few runs of this, then probably just end off. It's already 11 o'clock. I got a few more goes in me. Or, you know, the shiny could just show up and make the night worth it. Granted, hopping on stream and having at least one person join in for chatting's sake is worth it enough too, I suppose, because I could have just done this by myself and been even more bored. But I definitely appreciate sticking around and chatting, because this would definitely be a lot more boring without that. Or stressful on the end of having the same kind of people that usually pop in. Yeah. I got my hone edge because I got the spawn like right behind the spawn in point. So I was able to just fly spam that and didn't take too long at all. The Shelf of Beldum I actually got lucky with, and it was like the guaranteed shiny. I just went the wrong way. God damn it. Yeah, with the Shelf of Beldum the first time, that was just easy. I popped in the Steel Sandwich and it was right there, and it was like, hey, W's. Or did I have a Psychic Sandwich? Regardless. Sleeping while using the auto in the hyperspace zone, I wouldn't be sure about, because, like, you might time out from that and lose the shiny, and then it'd be upsetting. But chores, definitely, because you go do, like, 2-3 hours of chores, come back, and you'll still have a good amount of time. And that definitely give you a lot of time. To the point of 6 hours, probably 8 hours. I don't know. But then again, I don't know how much you personally allow yourself to sleep. I usually, well, sleep more than necessary for sure, but try to get at least like an average amount. But maybe one of these days I could test that just to see how it go over. Because I've definitely left myself to, do hunts idly while sleeping otherwise with the mod controller. I tried to get the Shelf of Fennekin that way for the longest time, and that thing never wanted to be Shelfa. It'd show up shiny in general, but it would never be Shelfa. One more run through. Then I got somewhere to call it. Because holy sh... Alright, thanks for popping in, hanging out for a while. I will try to be more frequent in streams myself because it has been a while, so maybe I'll catch you around sometime. Have yourself a good night. Well, that's why I'm leaving it, because this has been unsuccessful as hell. Alright. To anyone else still lurking on in the background or watching the VOD later, though, don't forget to follow, subscribe for benefits, can do so Twitch Prime for free. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow to all the stuff, the TikTok, Patreon, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, and all that stuff. And until next time, it's been the Blazer Game.